came out and fought. I think they have been right there. Um, other than the third quarter in the Texas A&M game, I feel like we've been right there, and they prepared well. They played hard. Um, we had a really good scouting report. They executed it. The thing that we told them was you got to come out and you got to be tough. You got to fight. You got to, we can't get on our heels. We got to get them on their heels. And I think we came out and did that. So I'm just really, really proud of our team. I'm proud for them to be able to play in front of a crowd like this. And I'm happy that this crowd was able to see them play because hopefully they see what they're missing and that they are missing piece. Like when you have a crowd like that, when we were making a run, like it was so loud in here, and you could tell that these people were behind us. And this was our family weekend, and that's what family is all about, getting behind them. And so just for them to see that and to feel that and to feed off of that was just an amazing experience.
Go first to Mike.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So many times in games like this, it comes down to that one coaching decision. You sent, honestly, Scott Grayson to the bench in the fourth quarter for a little bit of rest. Can you walk us through your thinking there and how you were managing that last moment?
I just needed her to have legs down the stretch. Her and Mingo, they played so hard, but they're the two that can create their shot. And while I had them on the bench, I had Sydney and I had McKenna who have been working really hard. I know their shots haven't been falling, but it's been falling in practice. And we've been trying to give them some confidence, but they've been staying after it. So I had them in there, and we were just kind of running offense and trying to run the shot clock down and then attack and get something off the bounce or make an extra pass for 3, which we got there while Honesty and Mingo was on the bench. And so I think our kids just executed the game plan, just the starters and the bench. But that was the thought about putting them on the bench late there and then bringing them off for the last, few minutes so that they were pretty fresh.
Back, Justin.
Coach, you guys are up by 2. They clear out, go ISO with Angel Reese, and then you come up with the steal. Jemiah comes up with the steal late. Just walk me through that play and just the defensive effort there to get
So
get
we
that
guarded that play all week, and we knew Savannah Carter had to scout, and she told us every action Angel make. And so we knew the way she caught the ball and what she was going to do. We knew that she was going to drive it in that situation. So Mingo helped in. Once she put it down, we knew she was going. She was going to score. She wasn't going to pass it. So Mingo helped in and got the steal. Like I said, they were prepared for that. We worked on it all week or the last 3 days.
What does that play mean for Jemiah? I mean, what can that do for her? What do you think that means for her?
Jemiah is tough. That kid is tough. She came here because she is a defensive-minded player. Now, she has worked on her offense. She's made herself into a player who can create her shot or who can create for others. But she's all about toughness. So there was no denying her there. She knew she timed it just right. It's really close because it could have been a reach-in foul, but it wasn't. She timed it just right to where she didn't touch her. She grabbed the ball. So, that just goes to toughness.
Coach, can you just talk more about just the fan support y'all had today?
It was amazing, like I said, to have that here for our team. And we've been in ball games. We've been in close ball games. This team has been getting better and better. We've had a couple of really bad quarters, but a crowd like this help you put all of that together. And we fed off their energy. I think the crowd fed off of us, but we absolutely fed off their energy. And so it hopefully it gives them some excitement and let them know that, hey, we have a really good women's basketball team here in the making. Like, we still have a ways to go, but we're making progress. So come and support. Come out and support this team because they deserve it. They work really, really hard.
Taylor.
second quarter was not the best quarter for you guys, trailing 3 and a halftime against LSU. A lot of times that's a game that can get away. What was your message at halftime to your team, and how did you guys pull it out?
You know, we wanted to come back out just like in the first quarter and get them on their heels. We wanted to come back out and get a stop the first possession. We wanted to come out and score and then get a stop. And we just kind of broke it down there, just right there, instead of just, you know, come out, we have to do this, that, or the other. We have to score, we have to get a stop and get the ball back. And we just kind of broke it down, and they executed. This team was really focused, and they just executed the game plan. We've been planning for 3 days, and like I said, it wasn't anything magical. It was just, this is what we're gonna do. You have to get it done. Everybody have to do their job. We have to have 5 people going to rebound. You have to box out. My 5s may not get a lot of rebounds. They're gonna be boxing out. You guards got to go get it. They executed the game plan.
Johnny, you're kind of a soft-spoken person, so for you to grab that microphone after the game, you know, what overcame you to, and how do you, was that spur of the moment, and how do you just go over there and tell them you want the microphone?
I have a soft voice because my mom had a soft voice and my dad had an even softer voice. So I was blessed with a soft voice, but I don't know. Sometimes it just comes. It just, you know, I just felt it. You know, my players say, yeah, your voice is soft until you get mad, or I guess until you get really, really happy. I was excited. I was excited for this crowd. I was excited for this basketball team.
And you really felt the need to tell
Yes.
them come back.
Absolutely.
Coach, just the spotlight of this game, right? I mean, just with LSU coming off a national championship run, I think it was the first game on ESPN in 20 years. How did you guys talk about that as a team, as how to kind of handle the national stage, or was it just kind of come in and we're going to play Auburn basketball like we do any other?
Both. We talked about both. We knew it was a national, you know, we knew how big it was. Our players knew that, you know, that it was going to be a big crowd. You know, we wasn't sure how much of this crowd was coming to see us or how much was coming to see LSU. But what we wanted to do is make an impact on the crowd. We want to make sure they come back to see us. So it doesn't matter if they're coming. So it doesn't matter that they're coming to see LSU or who they're coming to see. Make them come back to see you. And so that was our message to them.
Coach, when Tennessee came to town, you guys faced a player in the mold of Angel Reese and Rakia Jackson. Obviously, it's hard to stop players like this, but it seemed like you limited everybody around her. Can you talk about the game plan that you talked to your team about, you know, playing a player like Angel Reese and trying to contain? Haley Van Lith went 1 for 9. I mean, you guys did a good job just keeping her off the
I
scoreboard.
thought our point guards, and then Honesty had a little bit of her. I thought we just pressured the guards a lot. And when we watched film, they haven't faced a lot of pressure the way we put on people. And we didn't feel like they would handle it. You know, we tried to put them in situations to where we saw that they didn't handle it well. And so that's that was our game plan, and that's what we did. We started out trying to push Angel off, but she was walking around our bigs and still scoring, getting and-ones. So in the fourth quarter, I put Taylor back in at the 5, and we fronted her. So we pressured the ball and we fronted her, and so we wanted them to throw it over us, but they had to do it with pressure, and they threw several out of bounds. They, we got our hands on some because Taylor is not that tall, but she has really good leaping ability. And she's tough as nail. And then Celia got her hands on a couple of them. So we just kind of changed that in the fourth quarter because we knew they were going to try to go to her. So we wanted to give them a different look. You got to figure out a different way to get it to her.
All year, you guys have done a great job turning other teams over, but tonight you turned the ball over 17 times. What did you see from your team in that aspect of the game, and what are you going to talk to them about going into your next game?
You know, we told them we have to take care of the ball. I think there was a spurt there where we were running and we got a little bit out of control. I think we had a couple of people that were tired when we got those turnovers. So it's probably me needing to try to manage that a little bit better when they get tired. instead of letting them go in and turn that ball over. We have worked really hard on taking care of the ball. That was one of our keys to win the game. But what we also wanted to do is to get more possessions. And I think we ended up getting, well, we got 4 more possessions, but we wanted to get more possessions than they did. And we wanted to pick our spots when we're running. And so I think, Mingo and Marshawn bring a different look. So Mingo is more controlled. Marshawn, she's looking to push it, and sometimes that's a turnover, but it's also wearing people out. And so during that time when we were running, and even though we had some turnovers, I think we were making them tired. So toward the end of the game, their shots were short.
Anything else for Coach?
War Eagle, thank y'all for being here. Thank you.